post this.
Looking all creamy in the pants.
Welcome, Hard Knocks. KK the Destroyer coming at you live from the ESPN 8 studio. The Ocho, we're back. We're slumming it today. We don't have our regular great podcast from Gregory. He's slacking. He thinks he's going to fall asleep early. Gregory, what are you doing over there?
Sitting here watching Twitch, talking to you guys.
I'm not watching porn.
Not yet.
He's all out of tissues.
Yeah. I'm crying too much. Used up all my tissues.
So, as you can tell, we got a full house tonight. Everybody's here. Jern's in the house, Slick, and Mikey.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel blessed. Slick is actually in party and conversing with us. I thought you were permanently married already and were abandoning us.
She fell asleep early. I put her to sleep early.
Oh!
I actually had free time, so figure why not.
Oh, excellent. So we're going to hop right into this because what week are we in, boys?
8.
Week 8. So halfway through the season, and we haven't had a single podcast out. So we're going to just jump right into this thing. Division standings. We're going to make this quick. We jumping in at the AFC North, and basically Jabbar's running away with it. He's 4-3. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Nobody is in this division. I think it's just Jabbar by himself.
He got a little screwed last week with the fair sim loss to Cy, who was 1-5 at the time. Yeah, Mike, didn't somebody on this podcast have a hot take about Cy in the preseason pod?
I did. It wasn't much of a hot take. For anyone who's been in this league for more than 5 years, should know that you do not put your money on Jabbar. Not that I never in my life would say that Cy is better than Jabbar, but never in my life I would say that Jabbar would play more games than Cy. There's a big difference there, boys. There's a big difference there.
Jabbar's played more games than Lamar has touchdown passes, bro.
It's
bad out here, bro. And the bar's not high with them TD passes.
That's an accurate statement.
Listen, I would. That's one wrong that I'm okay with, because I know Jabbar and he's good. But I just, if he actually played Jern, he played C-Dev early, and I said it. And I said if he loses those games, he might check out. He won a couple, he beat C-Dev, and, he's doing his thing. Props to Jabbar, who's tuning in for the radio show, by the way.
Oh, look at that. What's up, Jabbar?
Jabbar.
I'm with Mikey. I didn't think he was going to play even half his games this year. So that takes us to the South.
Bro, trust me, he was going to play. He was going to play, bro. He's got the Browns.
I agree with that. He was gonna play early, but if he lost to C-Dev, he beat C-Dev. He lost to Jern. If he would have lost to C-Dev, who knows what kind of Jabbar would have happened? I mean, why is there a fair sim against Cy? Like, what happened there?
Because Cy's internet went out and he agreed to fair sim it.
Jern, you didn't have to kill my take. That was my segment.
Mikey, facts don't care about your feelings, man.
Mm-hmm.
Facts don't care about your feelings. As
you've been watching too much The Herd.
That's right. No, it's The Wire, bro. The Daily Wire.
Hey, I will say this. Frizzle 1-7. What the hell? Because
I don't get it.
Frizzle was being talked about as a dark horse, and 1-7 is not a good look.
The only thing dark about Frizzle is his passing, bro. It's bad out there.
He's got them full midnight shades. So it takes us to the South.
His picture on his YouTube or whatever he streams.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! I saw that the image of his face, and when I watched him play Rebel and he was losing, I automatically thought of like the Jordan crying face, like needs to be superimposed.
Yep. I'm gonna write that down.
Thanks. Add it to Jern's meme machine.
I want to write that down.
So AFC South, this is actually an interesting division. There's only two teams in it, though, that I can tell, and that's the Colts and the Jags, both of them having a good year. And Mikey, right now you're up one or two games on the Jags.
I think they're tied.
Tied as long as
Did you
Josh
split?
wins
As long as
this
Josh
week.
wins this
They're
week.
tied in the division, but he has the season series.
Oh, that's right. Because he whooped his
Yeah.
ass. Whooped that ass.
And then
41 to 12.
got the force win right on the second time.
Force win.
That's
they've
what I thought.
they've already played twice. Oh, wow.
That's what I was saying.
Played
So
twice.
he's way ahead of Josh right now.
Yeah.
But and it's oddly enough the South only has two teams in. I don't know what happened to the other two teams, but they don't even play, so they're non-existent.
TBK's on, like,
TBK decided
hiatus.
that Costa Rica wasn't nice enough. He had to take a vacation elsewhere, so he's been gone for a bit. And then Niles, listen, you got to stop calling play actions every play, man. You're getting sacked every other play. Like, just line up in shotgun and throw the ball.
He hasn't adjusted.
No, he has not.
He isn't adjusted.
Holy shit, it has been real bad for Niles. Every stream I watch, the man's getting destroyed. He has one of the worst point differentials in the league. And that's saying something, because Jules is in here, too. Oh, never mind.
Woo! Woo! So that takes us to the East, and like this division's going to be a dogfight. You got Slick with his Dolphins, and Joe with the Bills, actually 4-3, managing to hold it down, and then our very own Gregory managing to make that Patriots team work. So this one is an exciting division. I think it'll be really fun to see how it pans out.
I am excited about this division. I thought Slick would
And
win
then
it
there's
running
Danny.
away. Yeah, then Danny. He's trying.
He is, man.
He's getting draft picks.
We love you, Danny.
This division is so hot and cold, though, because, Joe's good for a win every now and then he'll have a terrible performance like he did today. Greg, same way. He's either going to cry and lose by 28 or he's going to win by 28. So.
I haven't watched any of Slick's games. Has anybody?
I have not, actually, because he streams on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. And you're boycotting Twitch.
Oh,
So-
Twitch. We're not boycotting. Twitch boycotts for us.
Right.
Hey, just because Greg is being a pussy and running away from streaming on Twitch like he did the division doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I'm
I'm
staying
not
on
running
Twitch.
away from Twitch. YouTube will be for podcasts. That's it. My games will be on Twitch. No worries.
The only
So
way
that-
I go to YouTube is if, Twitch is down again.
I still think that Slick's going to win the division, but it's closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's definitely closer than I thought. AFC West, this is another really good division.
No wonder Jern rigged those fantasy and pick'ems when he had Joe Burrow, bro. 86 throw power is hard out here, dog.
AFC West is super tight.
Really fun division.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that this one's got to be a super balanced division at this point. I think Sib's sliding right now, but I mean, he's still playing everybody tough. I think maybe not last week. And then I could easily be 3-4 right now based on a couple of my games, so I'm lucky to be where I'm at. And Jay Stopper has that stacked ass team. If he doesn't win the division with that team, then he should just resign.
Just call him Streak Stopper, because that's all he does, bro. Just throw streaks
right.
to Mike Williams every play.
I will
It's so
say
true.
this. I will say
haven't watched
this.
any.
I think, hot take alert, here we go. The best team and users so far in this division has been the Broncos. Okay? And
Come on.
here's why.
Come on.
Here's why. Let me
Why do you think he
let me
wants to stay on
finish.
sim mode?
Let me finish. Oh, no. Let me finish. Jay Stopper got a force against TBK, who's a decent user, and he got a force against the Seahawks. Okay? And
What?
Rumor has it.
He played that game.
No,
he
played the game. He played the game while Qatar was on terrible connection. The game disconnected, and he did not want to replay. So, while I respect Jabbar and he's got a really solid team, his record's better than what it could potentially have been.
Jabbar or Jason?
You mean Jay Stopper?
Or Jay Stopper.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I don't know. Jay Stopper's on a roll. He's beaten 3 good teams in a row. So
He's beaten 2 good teams in a row.
He beat Penn.
No, the game wasn't over. It disconnected, and he did not want to play
He was
again.
up. Wasn't he
No.
up?
Okay, it doesn't matter. The game wasn't over.
What was the score? What exactly? I need
So
details.
Jay Stopper is on the YouTube right now, and he's making comments, and he's saying, "Here comes Mikey with his shitty ass takes," and I was up 10, and there was a minute and a half when the internet dropped. That was
a minute and a half win.
In the fourth quarter,
game?
I guess. I think in the game is what he's saying.
If it was a minute and a half in the game, they wouldn't have even talked about replaying. I'm gonna look it up right now, Jay. Stopper.
Yeah, it's wild. This division's super tight, and we haven't even talked about Lolo. And Lolo's got a good team, and he's a good player. So
he started off hot, and then he like died.
Same with
right?
Who'd he run into?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me look at this guy.
I don't think it was anybody good. I
know he was scared playing Jules because she had his number every time. He was sweating though.
Yeah, he just beat Jewel week 7. He lost to Joe on week 6. So.
Yeah. Von Miller, bro. I'm telling you.
He's also lost to Mikey.
Yeah, so I mean, this is going to be a fun division. I'm super excited about it because like the parity in our division is really good. So who knows where it's going to go? NFC North, you have the Packers who are leading, I guess, at 4-2. Just they're leading the way
by default. Yep.
Yeah, and everybody else is just not having a good day. So there's not a lot. Packers is that Darius?
It is Darius.
That's what I thought. So, I mean, he's 4-4. I mean, he's won more games than everybody else, I guess.
Now, this division is wide open. I'm
open.
Surprised.
Whoa.
I think it's wide. I think Buns might still win it.
Doubt it.
Figures his shit
Buns
out.
has no idea which quarterback he wants to play.
He started like 4 different ones already. Yeah, that's true.
And Dar's in the mix at 2-5. I mean, when Buns and Dar are in the same category,
Dar's had a pretty good win.
I don't even know what's going on.
Hold on.
The Neil Hunter dog is crazy, glitchiest thing I've ever seen, bro.
Hold on, guys.
The 2 losses have been freaking the monster DNs that I've had to play. Von Miller and Daniel Hunter.
Hold on, guys. Listen, Jabbar. I speak facts, okay? I said something positive about Kevin because he's earned it. He's playing well. I'm not a hater, okay? I speak facts. I didn't think Jay Stopper earned his victory against Penn. According to Chunk, it was a minute left in the third quarter, a 10-point ball game. I'm sorry, that's not a wrap. So don't call me a hater. Play your games.
Mikey.
Play your games.
And then, who's our Bears owner? Who is that?
It's Guts.
Guts. Yeah, he's having
most hated number 31 pick in the draft.
Yep.
Yeah, he's having a rough go. And then the NFC South, which I'm going to say is the best division in our league. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody.
We knew that.
Yeah. But I mean, Johnny Sins 7-1 is outrageous.
That Baker trade don't look too bad now, does it? Best quarterback in the league by far.
No doubt.
And I think it's made a huge difference for him.
I actually looked at his completion percentage. He's leading the league with 71%.
Mm-hmm. He's played very well. He's figured it out for sure.
Yeah, he's got it on lock. Jern, of course, you're playing pretty well. Even though if I were to talk to you, it feels like you aren't having a good year, but you're 6-1. And C-Dev 5-2, he's getting it figured out. And then who's our Bucks owner? Judge Judy. Gotcha. And I've seen him play a few games. Plays pretty well. So I would say
best runner in the league, bro. Best runner in the league right now.
He is doing work with playoff Lenny.
Oh, dude, yeah. I looked at that stat too.
Lenny going. Yeah, he ran for like 200 yards on me.
He's averaging 7.1 per carry.
Yeah, listen, he can't throw to save his life, but he's pretty good on
when this division was built, or when we spoke about the teams and all. If you would have said that at this point in the season, 7-1, 6-1, 5-2, like this is what we would have expected. I had Sens number 3 in my power rankings. I thought he was a good user. I know Greg talked a lot of trash about Sens. So Greg, you said, hey, he beat Penn, he beat Manny, year 6 or 7, in the Madden season, so maybe they checked out. So what do you think now, Greg?
I don't know what to think. He's 7-1.
Bro, give that man his flowers.
Give him his props, Greg. Give it to him,
bro.
Yeah, look at his points for, man. Almost 300 points and 165 against. Like, that's solid. The guy's got offense.
No, his offense was very tough to stop when I played him. He blew me out before our game disconnected, and he was just killing me with his offense. I couldn't stop it.
So he's got the ebook, is what you're saying, right?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Takes us to the east. We got Elstein leading the pack here, and then Rebel close behind him, which, I mean, Elstein's got a pretty good lead here, and I think he's playing well, and I expect him to play well, but I don't think it's, like, I think it's still anybody's game. I mean, even Simba is down there at 4-4. I think he's got a shot at it. He's had some decent games, right?
He just beat Mikey.
Oh, that might be a little too soon, Jern.
No, he just did. Like,
no,
it happened.
I believe you.
No, that was my worst game of the season, to be honest. Yep. Definitely, I was.
Welcome to Madden 23,
trash.
where anything can happen, bro.
Oh, 100%. I played awful. I made a ton of mistakes.
Let me guess. It was the bourbon, right?
No, negative. It was way too early for that.
I will say about the division, I'm not ready to write Devin into the winning it card and the I'm playing well card right now. He hasn't played anybody, in my humble opinion. And
nobody.
His next 3 weeks are the toughest he's ever had.
Right? The Bears, the bye week, and the Packers, and then Dar. Yeah, super tough. But the only good user he's played with a good record so far is the Eagles, and he lost by a lot. So
gas up the wambulance, because you know what's coming, right?
Yeah, gas is expensive, but we're going to need it for sure.
I've already seen him in goal line once this season, so
I'm sure it happened versus the Eagles. I'm sure it happened.
And then
bold take though. I will say the Eagles are going to win this division.
Hey, guys, Just a question.
Yep.
What do you guys think would happen right now if Gregory had cojones, his balls, and remained with the Eagles? Would the Eagles still be 5-2, better or worse?
I think they'd be worse.
I mean, I gotta give Greg credit. I mean, he's a good player. I feel like with a better team, they would be. I mean, maybe not better. I mean, they would be the same. I don't think they would be worse. That's what I guess.
They wouldn't own every Las Vegas Raider on their team. First of all,
that's true.
What a trait that was! Oh my god.
Second of all, no, he would be good. I just want to know if Greg was scared of Chunk or whether he's scared of the whole conference as a whole.
That's true. Good question.
I just wanted to go to the AFC to even the goddamn conference.
Oh,
yeah, and you did not accomplish that.
Yeah,
this is what we're doing today.
You did not accomplish that.
Not even leading his division.
This is what we're doing today.
Yeah, it is. You know, we needed a top 5 HK user to balance out the powers.
Top 5 all time.
I'd rather not get spanked by Jern, C-Dev, and whoever else is in the NFC. And then go use an 86 throw power quarterback that I complain about every game.
And poor Chunk sitting at 4-3, but he's still got a shot. I was gonna say I don't
Hey, that's a
think
decent
this
record for him with that team.
I don't think this is.
I mean, the Giants aren't bad. They got some weapons.
The Giants
He
are
just hates his
bad. Yeah,
quarterback.
he's done a decent job with them. So that's divisions.
Is a lock or anything.
Who would have thought after 7 weeks?
No, we got one more.
We got one more.
Oh, do we? Oh, we got.
But go on.
Just kidding. I was just going to say, who would have thought that after 7? I thought we were done with divisions, and I was going to circle back. Who would have thought that C-Dev would be in 3rd place in week 8?
Right.
Weird.
So that takes us to our last one, which is the West, which is Penn at 4-3, even with a forced win or a forced loss, I guess,
right.
And then A-Bomb, who, you know, I don't want to read too much into last week, but I think we might have a segment based on last week at 3-4. The Cards and the Niners rounding out that division. I mean, it's still anybody's game, but I think we all probably favor Penn to win anyway. Yeah. And that rounds out divisions. So I guess
It's been a really disappointing division.
Here's the deal. The Cardinals. Greg, Jern, and I did a top 10 power rankings. And the Cardinals was top 10 in every single rankings. And is sitting here at 3 and 5. Talk about disappointment.
Who's our cards?
Nick is
Nick.
Oh, Nick. Y'all should have seen that coming. Come on. He's terrible season 1 almost every time.
He'll be all right. Give him season 2, season 3. He'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying. He'll get it. He'll get it figured out. But
So are you saying he needs to
trash.
adjust Slick, or does he need comp mode? Sorry. Never mind. Forget that. Scratch that.
I ain't Greg, bro. You ain't gonna make me push my propaganda out here. The only kind of talk I do on streams are shit talk.
Penn's gotten kind of unlucky the last 2 weeks with the fair sim loss to the Cardinals, and I guess he's lost 3 weeks in a row. He was sitting pretty 4-0, but then he lost to Johnny Sins, and he got beat because Sins was he's one of the best players in the league right now. But then he got the questionable force loss against the Chargers.
He lost. Yeah, he lost against the Chargers because he was up. He was down 10 with a minute in the third. What a terrible loss by Penn. Jay Stopper just outplayed him for not even just
he actually
barely.
did outplay him for almost 3 quarters because he was down 10. But
yeah, so great job, Jay Stopper.
Anyway, Penn's going to be fine. I wouldn't read too much into his 4-3 record.
Yeah,
he looked like one of the best in the league.
He's playing on dial-up internet right now, bro. Like, he'll be fine.
Yeah, it's ugly out there.
He can't finish a game because of the internet is so bad over there.
Well, that I would say would bring us to our biggest upset. So, Journey, you want to take it away?
Yeah, so
Journey
we're gonna debut a new segment this week because there have been some questionable results in the league this year. So I'm going to rank my top 3 upsets that have happened throughout the first 7.5 weeks because we played some Week 8 games, and a Week 8 game might make it into this list. Number 3, though, I think this was the most hype moment in the chat so far. Week 4, you had the Falcons versus the Browns. And I don't know about you guys, but there's nothing that brings more joy to my heart than the HK chat getting live whenever CDev loses. Loses by a lot.
It brings joy to the whole chat for sure.
It's truly an incredible experience, and it's hard to describe to someone who's not in this league. But watching Jabbar just pick apart CDev was phenomenal because I don't think a single person picked him in pick'ems that week, and CDev is supposed to be the best ever. And Jabbar, destroyed him, picked him apart. He was throwing picks left and right. And Jabbar, threw some beautiful dots. That one over the middle in the red zone was really fun to watch. Almost choked it at the end, but then didn't. And it was just a really enjoyable game to watch. So that's upset number 3.
Oh, yeah.
Upset number 2. This is going to be a surprise because a lot of people are going to think it should be number 1. Week 8.
Oh.
Rams 14, 49ers 28. I'll be honest, I didn't watch any of this game. I updated the league on the My Madden app and noticed that it said Rams 14 and 49ers 28, and I did a double take because I was like, wait, Jules is the 49ers and A-Bomb is the Rams. And I think somebody on the podcast predicted that the Rams would finish second in the West, and they're out here losing to Jewel by multiple scores. So big ups to Jewel.
And this wasn't even
this season.
This game wasn't even close. Like, it was 21. Yeah, it was 21-0 in the third quarter.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he basically put up 14 points in the fourth. Like, it was a donut out there.
We may need some explanation from A-Bomb on that.
Sure, but FYI, he's still second in the West. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, no, number 1 is a very fun game. Week 6, Vikings 36. Dolphins 10. Slick, can you please comment? Can I get some exclamation dars in the chat, please? My God.
See, I like people. I'm alright to go on podcasts and talk about my elves.
Oh, you're saying you don't cancel podcasts because you're mad?
I don't
Is that what you're
cancel
saying?
podcasts, but we're gonna talk about how I lost. I own up to it like a man.
Okay, what happened?
I like that, Slick. I like that.
Bro, it was just defensive pressure. Dar had a couple good lurks. I was forcing crap. There were a good amount of bailouts too, but like just defensive pressure. First of all, user rushing is the nastiest thing I've ever seen in this Madden. So I'll just,
really
I think somebody offered Jewel 3 first-round picks for Nick Bosa, and she said no because her entire defensive strategy this year is just to user rush.
User rushing is
Nick Bosa
crazy.
every single play.
Like you don't need a user on defense like a linebacker or a safety because defense
Right.
plays DBs break everything.
Right.
And if I hear one more person say "step up in the pocket" one more time, I'm going to slap them. I'm going to go to them where they live. And I'm going to shoot them in between the eyes. Because let me explain something to the league. Just because you say these little fancy sentences like, oh, you got to step up in the pocket, you go 30 yards backfield. No, it don't work that way, sir. Defensive end shed like a motherfucker. Okay? You step in the pocket, you know what happens? DT, they shed like a motherfucker
shed.
too.
Yeah,
So
for
I don't
sure.
want to hear step up in the pocket. No, this is Madden 23. Defensive pressure, defensive ends, defensive tackles, they shed every block. Okay? So I don't want to hear about step up in the pocket no more. And then we got Dar out here. Like, good win, bro. You got me. You got me. But don't be giving out passing stats. First of all, and I'm like, you barely threw the ball. Okay? Don't be coming out here giving passing advice to the league like you freaking Tom Brady out here.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't need to pass the ball because clearly you were passing it to his guys with 8 turnovers.
Tua was his best player.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
and the
this
thing
is
I
the
gotta
only...
just, having Tyreek is hard out here because, you see 99 speed, you just chucking that bitch.
Hey, if that's too much of a burden to bear, you can send him on to Carolina, brother.
Now with
I'll
that
help
cap
you out.
penalty, it's not. It's a pretty high cap penalty.
We'll just send
he's
Waddle. That's fine too. It's for
That's not happening. That
Sure,
is
it's
not. I'm throwing. And if it's either throw out a sack or pressure inaccurate is the worst thing they could have added to Madden ever.
It wouldn't happen if we were on comp mode.
I don't say it as much as Greg does, but yeah, he right.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. It would absolutely happen. It does happen.
Pressure inaccurate, yeah. Throw out a sacks. Yeah, it's bad.
Well, just step up and throw it sooner.
Ooh.
Now with this bottom 5 O-line, we chucking that bitch. If I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna chuck it. I don't give a damn.
Anyway, the only reason that I wanted to have this second was to hear Slick rage for 3 minutes. So mission accomplished. Thank you.
Mission
Slick.
accomplished. All right, so I guess that brings us to the end of our pod here. We got a top 10 to go through since we're halfway through the season. And once again, I guess, Jern, take it away.
All right. I guess nobody else wanted to contribute to the podcast, so in typical JNN fashion, I did my pre-work and got some content for you, boys and girl.
Whoa.
So anyway.
I had my content. I had mine. 3 other admins didn't have any.
Oh,
that's all I know.
Fair enough. All right,
so I'm here, bro.
yeah, we're lucky your girlfriend let you be here anyway.
Hey, pussy or video games. I mean, it's really not a hard decision.
Yeah, you get used to it. Anyway.
You got Chunk out here with his girl at his house. He can't even get any. I'm trying to say, bro.
Poor Chunk.
He wants her out the house.
Podcast, top 10. Number 10, starting off kind of conservative. I'm putting Josh in. He's got a good record. I've yet to see it, though. He got stomped by Mikey, but, he's going to be a good user. He's had a couple of forced losses, I think, and maybe a forced win. I'm not sure. I'm putting him in here because I really just needed another name. So I can get to number 9. Number 9, Commissioner Kevin KK.
What? I told you not to put me in. I do not deserve. I don't deserve it.
I don't care. Hey, the facts speak for themselves. Commissioner Kevin KK is out here whooping ass. All right, gave Mikey that stanky beat down, 31-3. Just running through. Like the run game is officially back, and it's running through Denver. Super cool to see. I joined the league in 2019, and I think that was the last season that KK was good. So it's really you're really witnessing the resurgence of a historic program. It's like if Nebraska was any good at college football again. This is what's happening real time in HK.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And great user. I will say he's made some really nice user picks on defense. So watch out for his middle linebacker out there lurking.
Yeah.
Number 8.
He started running that TBK defense, bro. He knows.
Oh yeah. Maybe KK
245
got an
double A
ebook.
gap.
Maybe KK got an ebook.
Oh, you know it.
I wouldn't ever think that KK would stoop to that level. Anyway,
Yeah.
number 8. This is going to rile some feathers. J-Stop is number 8.
He mad, bro. He already
Oh,
mad.
I know.
Mike.
He's going to be mad because I
Pissed off,
had him top 5, and he came out and he shit the bed twice so far. He's on a little bit of a roll. He's starting to beat people again. He's starting to figure it out, I think. But I have him number 8 because I like other people ahead of him. And I don't know if he's going to win the West, but I have him as the top-ranked team in the West so far.
He's definitely putting up points on offense, it looks like.
Yeah, no. So I think part of his success is that he has 2 dominant edge rushers, and he rushes 4 and sits back, and that's one of the reasons I ranked him in the top 5 at the beginning of the season, because I knew how OP those pass rushers were going to be for him. So not surprised that it's working, but I don't think it's worked as well as it should have.
And he's got DBs on the back end too. Like he's got stars everywhere.
Right, J.C. Jackson, Samuel, Derwin, Adderley, all those guys are good. So nobody is surprised. The Chargers are the best team to start off with in a franchise, in my opinion. Plus, you got Herbert, Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. The team is already built. So the fact that he's at number 8 is a little bit of a slight towards J-Stop as a user. He should be higher. Number 7, I'll be honest, I haven't watched much of this person's streams because they are on Twitch, and they did take a nasty number 1 upset so far. But Slick is 5-2. He's got a pretty good squad, and he plays more Madden than I think anybody else in the league besides maybe Penn. So I've got Slick at number 7 until he proves. Right, well, yeah, that's true. You're busy with the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Can't grind those mutt. Are you spending more money on mutt now because you can't grind anymore?
I've never really spent. I spend like $5-10 here and there. I'm not Greg.
Thankful for that. Number 6, I have Devin. I'm not confident in this selection. Like I said earlier on the podcast, I have zero trust in Devin because he hasn't played anybody, and all of his games have been close, except for the ones where he gets blown out. He's either winning close or he's getting his cheeks blown out. I don't have any faith in him, but he's 6-1, and it would feel a little cheap to not have a 6-1 user at in the top 10. Oh, did he win this week?
He did.
Well,
against Guts.
Well, yeah, we hate him, so 7-1.
Bruh.
Number 5, Pennywise. I have Pennywise at number 5, and he should arguably be higher. Because, like I said, he had been rolling before he ran into Johnny Sins earlier in the year, and then had, the fair sim loss to Nick, and then I think it's an L to the Chargers, but regardless, Penn is number 5. He's doing great work with his defense. He got that crazy fast corner devved up to star dev already, and his offense is only going to get better as he learns the game more. So Penn is number 5. Number 4. Mikey. I have Mikey at number 4.
Wow.
I know he took a hard L to KK, and he just took it on the chin to Ben there in Washington. But Mikey has been playing some of the best defense I've seen in the league, because I actually watch Mikey's games because they're on YouTube. So Mikey has been going crazy with Nick Cross. He's been going crazy with Leonard, and he's been very solid with the run game and his streaks that he runs. While I don't think that Mikey is the most skilled offensive user, I think he is playing very well in all facets of the game right now, and he should definitely be top 5. Number 3, I have myself, because I am playing better. My defense is very good. My offense is okay. And that's all I got to say about that.
Way to keep it short and sweet. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Number 2, C-Dev. Cade is the third. He's not going to be ranked number 1 until he is at least 2nd in his own division. That's what I'll say. And he very well might be 2nd in the division after we play this week. But for now, he's number 2. And I know he already beat the person that I have ranked number 1, but I think the person ranked number 1 is playing better football, better Madden than Cade is at this very moment. And that number 1 is Johnny Sins.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is absolutely balling. The defense is looking elite. He's blowing dudes out. He has a bigger point differential, and I think he's like 30 points clear of the second place person. He is absolutely dominating, and I didn't give him enough credit. I think I ranked him 9 or 10 in my initial power rankings, but he's number 1 now, and until somebody beats him again, he's going to stay number 1.
Yeah, I'm looking at his scores, man. He's averaging probably 35 to 38 points a game. And I'll say the same for you, Jern. Looking at your scores, you're right up there too with an average. So you guys are putting something together. I don't know how much of it comes off of pick sixes, and I'm going to guess it's a fair amount.
For me, it's mostly defense. I'm getting put in good positions because of defense. But Johnny, from what I know, is he's doing very well on offense as well. And his defense is really tough. He forced me into like 4 picks whenever we played before the disconnection. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with this season for sure.
Yeah, and so like real quick, like how does this top 10 fare versus the early season top 10?
Nick, I had Nick rated very high, and he's fallen out. I had Lolo rated fairly high, and he's fallen out.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of guys in that 10 to 20 range that are kind of right there on the precipice. It was really hard not to rank Sib because really early in the season, Sib was absolutely destroying people and was starting off. I think he was 3-1 to start, and then he's kind of fallen off a cliff. But I think he's good. He's fallen off a cliff, but I think he's good enough to be, right up there with guys like KK and Josh. I think Sib has beaten the Chargers. I'm not sure on that, but
I think it was first of the season is what it was.
Okay. That's right. So that had everybody riding high, saying, "Oh, Sib's going to be pretty good because the Chargers are supposed to be OP, and J-Stop was supposed to be very good with the Chargers."
Right.
So there's a bunch of guys right there in the middle section that could be good. Even guys that have lesser teams, like Greg was hard not to put in the top 10 because he's starting to figure things out with defense and Judon. I think there's a lot of people that could slide up and make an argument for honorable mention.
Yeah, because we're only halfway through the season. I think people are going to start making better adjustments, and the cream will rise to the top like it always does. But it is good to see a lot more parity in these divisions, and it'd be nice to not have the same 6 guys in the playoffs every single season.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's a lot more parity this year for sure.
At least for season 1. I think I would expect more in season 2. So I guess that rounds it out, guys. Thanks for making the pod, all 5 of us. You are blessed, Hard Knocks, to have all of us on at the same time. So
for sure.
We're gonna bounce out of here, boys. Good night.
Good night, Greg.
Good night, ladies. Comp mode.